2025. 2025.
You're fucking...
I'm nervous!
Oh my god!
November 16th,
2019?
2020.
2020.
I created a brand new Instagram with the launch of my new PokeWave logo, which is the logo I still use today. That was my official relapse back into the Pokemon hobby.
Not the relapse.
What I came to realize is when I get addicted to things, it gets crazy. So I wanted to start ripping packs. I knew nothing about the new sets coming out. I knew nothing about Pokemon. The same story as everyone else. They collected when they were a kid, then they tried to be cool in school, stopped collecting cards, and here we are again. I'm scrolling through Instagram or YouTube, one of them, and I see a video from Leonhardt. You guys all know Leonhardt. And it was like him opening up a base set pack and going absolutely nuts. That was the beginning of the relapse. Probably December 2020, I have a boatload of packs I bought from online or Target, Walmart, whatever. And I knew that, you know, my buddies wanted to watch, so I turned on my camera and I was just in Discord. It wasn't live, nothing. I turned on my camera and there's like, I don't know, 5, 10 of us in there watching me open up these packs, and they were super into it. I said, you know what? If these guys are into watching it, then, you know, maybe other people are. So I got my little brother, Zardwell, and I said, yo, we got to start a YouTube channel. I think it'll be big. Like, Pokemon's back. I'm into it. Let's see what we can do. Probably around January of 2021, I launched the PokeWave YouTube channel. And basically, I just got a bunch of XY evolutions and all the packs that the YouTubers were saying were good back then. I was chasing Charizards. That's all I wanted to do. So I got all my buddies, family members, all of my little brother's friends, whoever wanted to come in and watch. I said, I'm going live on YouTube. And I did my first live stream. I think there was like, I don't know, 10, 15 people in there watching. But we had a freaking blast, and it was so much fun. And all I was doing was ripping packs for myself. People started commenting saying that they wanted to rip packs. So I was like, all right, well, Venmo me or PayPal me this amount of money and I'll rip packs for you. So that's literally how it started. So that was so organic and just like whatever. And throughout each live stream, as I learned, like, you know, how to edit my own overlays and really make my own website to sell packs and do all this stuff, the PokeWave channel just started. And it wasn't like a big channel, but like in the prime of PokeWave over that next 2 years, I would probably average 30 to 40 viewers in a live stream, which if you know anything about live streaming, try to go live right now. You're not going to have any people watching. So it was pretty sick to, you know, have that little core crew of people that would come in, hang out, rip packs, listen to music, just whatever. We're living our relapse together. Guys would be in there super hammered. We'd be streaming for 5, 6 hours in a night. I'm getting migraines for 48 hours after live streams. I got all the lights in my face, whatever. I ended up streaming for about 2 years, building the channel up to, you know, I don't know, 600 subscribers or something, and I kind of just burnt myself out. I couldn't stream anymore. The migraines were getting too bad, and Maddie and I were like moving, and so I kind of just took like a content hiatus for a little while, maybe 6 months. During that 6 months, I was still collecting though. Like, I love to grade cards. I literally love to grade cards. I send all my cards to PSA that I value, worth it, or that I want slabbed up. So that's all I was doing. I was collecting the new sets coming out. I love the rip packs, so I was ripping packs for myself, taking hits, sending them to PSA. I was selling nothing. I didn't sell anything. I was making master sets for all the Sword and Shield sets, like just, you know, trying to collect them all. So I do that for a couple months, and then this app came out called Whatnot, And I thought it would be a really sick idea to get on Whatnot. In the early infancy stages, they didn't let you on the app. You had to be accepted to be on the app, and it was hard to get in. So I would stream on other people, like other content creators that I've met through the hobby. I would stream on their channels and sell some of my stuff. So now I'm starting to get used to the, you know, the live streaming on Whatnot, selling cards from my PC and saying, all right, let's take a more adult look at this and say, if I move some of my stuff, you know, make a little bit of a profit, invest it back into PokeWave, try to grow from there. So that's the infancy stages of what I'm going to get into later in the video. Now, through the live streams, I met a very important couple people to this story. I met a guy named Leo and his buddies, Jeff Mack, the Shark. During this time, I went to my first Collecticon. Shouts out to Leo from PokeSeller, and you know, he flew me out to Orlando for my first Collecticon. Maddie met us out there, and we got a hotel room. We went to Collecticon, and if you don't know about Collecticon, it's so sick. It's just like geek paradise. There's like 900 vendors with just thousands and thousands and thousands of Pokemon cards, anime, like all types of TCGs, but mainly Pokemon. But that opened up my eyes to like the potential that is a card show, which up until that point, I was strictly just hyper focused on YouTube or Whatnot, streaming online. Phase 2, part 2, whatever. I stopped streaming on Whatnot, and I'm like, I am done making content. I am burnt out. I'm over it. I'm sick of shipping hundreds of items. The profit margins were like, I don't know. I kind of reinvest everything always back into my businesses. So the profit margins, they weren't there. I just reinvested them so I could rip packs and grade cards. And that is something that I can say from 2020 till now, all I've been doing is ripping and grading, ripping and grading, ripping and grading, sending stuff to PSA, get my cards graded, and just building this massive collection that I have today. Now, going into the very tail end of 2024, probably the last 3 or 4 months, I got put on to these YouTube videos, Bulbasaur, flipping cards, you know, these channels that were doing these vendor POV videos where basically they go set up at a Collecticon, those card shows I was talking about. They go set up, they set a camera up like this, they film, you know, like an outside looking in view of their transactions. And for some reason, I'm like super addicted to that. Like, see the deal, see the trade, see the buying. You know, throughout the years, I've went to a couple Collecticons, so I was familiar with, you know, the vending and everything, but I just never really viewed it from that standpoint, like as in, maybe I want to vend. I told my wife, I said, yo, 2025, I'm thinking about doing this. I wanted to start creating content again on YouTube to get the algorithm juiced up. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I've been pushing and pumping content on these 3 platforms for the last 3 months, like probably every 2 to 3 days, like pretty heavily. So basically, I'm here today to say 2025 is the official relaunch of PokeWave and the official launch of the PokeWave vendor series, which is going to include like videos like this, maybe a sit down recap of maybe every quarter, a sit down recap of how the business has been going, or monthly, I don't know. Vendor POV videos, me at shows, making deals. I'll do on YouTube long form content. So maybe some 20-minute, 30-minute videos of the like specific show. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, I'm going to be doing the deal by deal shorts or PSA shipments like I have been doing, making content like that. I just wanted to come on here and say that I'm back. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Today's January 1st. Happy New Year. We're starting out in 3 days going to Woodbridge, New Jersey for our first card show of 2025. I got 3 tables. It's going to be sick. I'm going to put content out for that. Right after that, the 25th of January, we have the NJTCG show. Then we're flying to Atlanta for the first Collecticon of 2025. Shouts out to CJ Collectibles. We got a table there through him, thank God, because they sold out in 2 minutes. Guys, they don't tell you these things. If you want to vend a Collecticon, you're not getting a table. So you better know someone. Networking is everything. So one of my massive goals for 2025 is for Maddie and I to go to these shows and network. January, 2 shows. February, we have Collecticon, which is a 2-day event in Atlanta, Georgia. Then we're coming back to Jersey. We're gonna do an NJTCG show in Jersey. We got March booked, April, May. We're gonna be in Orlando, Florida. We're gonna be in Richmond, Virginia. We're gonna be in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're trying to plan this Houston trip. We're going to be at both Collecticons in New Jersey and Edison. Great shows, by the way. Shoot me a follow. Instagram at PokeWave with 2 E's. TikTok at PokeWave. YouTube, obviously, you're on that now. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. LFG's in the chat. Let's go.